It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Happy Halloween, folks. Got a Halloween sound effect for me? Ooh, that could also be a breezy day.
Yes.
Good to be with you on this spirited occasion. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We'll watch the Brooklyn Nets in this one as they go up against the Detroit Pistons. For the Pistons, they come into tonight's game after a loss to the Celtics in Boston. They drop game one of this season series. Tonight, they'll look to even the score. So many teams playing at a faster pace nowadays. Tonight, though, Kenny, we see lots of half-court sets.
Yeah, because it takes craft to run an offense in the half court. You just can't run up and down and jack shots up. This is winning time, half-court basketball. And you find the matchups and you exploit them, Ernie.
And you have to remain patient. You have to remember, Ernie, it's chess, not checkers.
What were you better at, chess or checkers?
Checkers.
Have you played chess?
Never.
King me.
That's checkers.
Oh.
Checkmate.
Checkmate. Checkmate.
That's chess.
Yeah. It's just checking. Make sure you knew.
Checking, get it?
No.
Checkmate, checking?
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel very stupid. Here's Kevin Harlan.
But traffic in New York City making its way back and forth between Manhattan and the borough of Brooklyn. Our setting tonight. Welcome, everyone. We have a very special treat for you here. No trick, it's the NBA on Halloween. It's a special October 31st matchup. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. We've got the Detroit Pistons taking on the Brooklyn Nets. And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, the fallout from the Nets trade with the Celtics in 2013, of course, is still being felt all around the league, and GMs are very reluctant now to surrender first-round picks unless they receive major league talent in return. Nobody out there wants to be embarrassed, Kevin, on or off the floor.
Yeah, some lean years in Brooklyn, partially as a result of that transaction. David, as always, thank you. Well, Smitty, like you, it's always fun to see the NBA players getting into the Halloween spirit. LeBron James, known for his Halloween parties. We've had the chance to be invited. Unfortunately, we've not been able to attend it. Did you and your teammates ever used to celebrate Halloween together or any holiday together?
Yeah, a lot of times you do. And then the great thing, like you said about Halloween, you have those Halloween parties. You get a chance to see your teammates dressed up, their kids, their family, their wives. It's always fun to see somebody come in with that outfit that you get a chance to laugh about the entire year.
I remember the time you came in a kilt. That was a great outfit. I love that outfit.
You? I don't remember.
Yeah. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for the Pistons, Pachulia is out there with Griffin. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Jackson. And it's Galloway in at the 2 spot.
Looking at Reggie's motion, it's a little bit of a push shot, but able to get it to go.
Fareed outside. Pass to Carroll. 4 on the shot clock. No good that time. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. It's a 3-point game. Outside for Robinson. From downtown. And Davis pulls it down. Brooklyn with the ball. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, tough place to play on the road, and you just saw how comfortable they were shooting the basketball.
Well, we have to give credit to the coaching staff. Terrific offensive strategy. Got them some great looks.
Here's Robinson following the bucket by the Nets. Up top, Pachulia. He's guarded by Davis. 5 on the clock. Tries from 16. Galloway with the bucket.
Defensively, you know Galloway's looking for his shot coming off the screen. They gave him a little too much airspace. Boom.
Now here's Fareed. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Passes it to Carroll. That shot, no good. Excellent D there from Pachulia. To the middle, stolen by Fareed. And here we go. Brooklyn, fast break. Stolen by Jackson. Outside for Robinson. From outside, off the mark. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Jackson against Russell. Up again. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Now the pass to Robinson. Pachulia against Davis. Pachulia finds Griffin. Good on the shot. Griffin's got his first bucket in this one.
Usually you wouldn't want your big man to do that, but Griffin is no ordinary forward.
To the inside, Fareed, and it's slammed in by Fareed.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Jackson passes to Robinson. Dishes to Griffin. No good on the shot. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. To the paint. Here's Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Jackson kicks to Pachulia. Outside Griffin. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Kenneth Fareed.
You know, thinking back, Chauncey Billups once said Griffin might be too nice of a guy, yet he's a league leader in technicals almost every season.
That free throw, no good.
Blake Griffin, an all-star for his first 5 seasons in the NBA, but not the last 3. He's still an impact player, though. We'll see if he can crack the roster in the East.
And he sinks the second. Well, as we all know, Blake Griffin, Steve, possessing breathtaking athleticism, but injuries certainly have been a concern.
You're right. A lot of it, just bad luck. A teammate falls on your knee. That kind of thing happens. But his skill level is starting to complement his power. I think he'll be fine.
Now, here is Robinson. After D'Angelo Russell's miss.
You could just see the reach that Carroll has on that defensive play. Nice block.
Outside Robinson, 6 to shoot. Launches it. They get it back. Pachulia, no luck.
You can't ask for a higher percentage look than the one that he got. I think he lost his concentration.
Got that bucket in no time at all. LeVert's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Pistons trail by 3. Jackson kicks to Griffin. Jackson against Russell. High, arcing shot, and the layup by Jackson. Jackson's got 5 now.
If you play Reggie to take it all the way, this is what he can do. Quick floater over the top.
Pass to LeVert. Jackson against Russell. That one misses. Great D that time from Griffin. Here's Galloway. Here's Jackson, and Davis sends it back. Russell looking it over. Shoots, and he hits the jump shot. Russell's got his first bucket of the night.
And that's what he's looking for. After 3 straight misses, finally finds the mark.
Jackson from long range, but they recover it. Stolen. Feeds it to Fareed. Pass to Carroll. Stolen by Robinson. At the elbow, Griffin. Kicks it to Jackson. Griffin dishes to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Robinson. And he drops it in from the low post. Robinson's got his first points of the game.
He can be masterful in there, especially when there's no rim protection.
Davis finds Russell. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Outside Robinson. Over Fareed. Robinson misses.
I mean, you can see it. He's way out of sync. It's been this way all quarter for him.
Bounce pass from Carroll. Pass to LeVert. Russell against Jackson. Russell passes to LeVert. Here's Fareed. And the layup's good off the glass. Fareed's got 8 points.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Well, Steve, we have a viewer question that has come in here. It's Randy from Texas. And let me see if I can. Oh, he says, what's your favorite basketball movie?
On the Fish That Saved Pittsburgh, Kevin. That's my favorite basketball movie. There's a lot of them.
Is it really?
But I would say that was probably number one for me.
No kidding. Detroit making a switch here. Lewis checked in for Pachulia. Reggie Bullock comes in for Robinson. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Langston Galloway. And it's Ish Smith in for Jackson. Now here's Napier. Outside, Davis. Knocked loose. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Brooklyn with the ball. Allen kicks to Napier. Got a hand on it. They retain possession. Wallace Jefferson. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And now a 5-point Nets lead. Detroit's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Smith finds Griffin. Lets the 3 fly. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. 6 points for Blake Griffin.
Taking what the defense offers up, Smith with good vision there finds the open man.
Dinwiddie dishes to Napier. And there's the pass to Dinwiddie. Napier feeling it out a bit. Clock at 4. It's up a 3. Rebound by the Pistons. Smith outside. To the inside. Bullock passes to Smith. From deep 3-point range. And Davis pulls it down.
Yeah, and even with his range, that one might be asking a little too much.
Well, the truth is, he probably makes this shot a little more often than he should, so it's hard to resist.
Now, here's Napier. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Creating a size mismatch in close. That's the kind of thing you're working for.
Pistons trail by 4. Now, here is Smith. Lure up top. Smith kicks to Lure. Tries a 3. And Davis pulls it down. And so Napier will bring it up for Brooklyn. .158 left to play here in the first. From 12 feet out. And he overshot that one, missing.
Wow, he had it at point-blank range, but the defense was all over him.
Left side, Griffin. Allen against Lure. Over Allen. The Pistons rebound. Smith kicks to Kennard. Knocks it loose. Now here's Napier, covered by Smith. Dinwiddie dishes to Napier. Allen outside. Three-pointer. No good. Shot missing. And it's Detroit the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And with your defense, one part's your ability, the other, though, is effort, and that one they showed neither.
Also, they were late with their rotations for most of the evening, gave up a lot of easy points.
And Detroit with another turnover here. Here's Dinwiddie. No points in the game yet for him. And even though Spencer Dinwiddie had a breakout year, he felt that his time was long overdue.
Yeah, and between the injury in college and kind of being buried on the bench, he's had to overcome a lot and has always believed in himself. And he feels when matched up head-to-head with most guards, he's going to come out on top. Showed exactly why he believes in himself so much with that breakout season in 2018.
The first free throw is good. And he makes both free throws.
Well, a big focus for the Pistons has been improving their shooting, and they've done it. Last season, the 5th best three-point percentage in the league.
Smith kicks to Lure. Back to Smith. The Pistons working the ball around now. But they'll get another chance. Pass to Bullock. Clock at 6. Can they get it? Drains it from beyond the arc. 7 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Napier.
And yeah, he's undersized, Smith, but boy, he plays hard on defense.
We come back right after this. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
Yeah, it's been the defense that has them out in front. But let's see if they can sustain the intensity.
Brooklyn leading by 3. Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. Smith and Kennard are in the backcourt. Griffin is out there with John Lewis. And it's Bullock in at the 3 slot.
Further proof that you can't leave anyone in this league that wide open.
Smith the pass to Bullock. Buries it down low. Bullock's got his second bucket of the night.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen, they went right to the hole. Great decision making there.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
The Pistons went for it last season, bringing in Blake Griffin and trading away picks and players. Didn't work out the way they wanted, but they are determined to make a go of it. They're in a brand new building, and they hope that their moves in the future will draw fans back to the franchise. Kevin?
Good overview, David. Thank you.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Now, here is Smith. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Kennard. He kicks to Bullock. Pulls up on the wing, and it comes off the front of the rim.
I mean, the mid-range jump shot, a lot of guys have a hard time knocking it down.
Knocked loose. Griffin with the steal. The dish to Smith. Back to Griffin. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
This is where Blake does most of his damage. Just get him the rock inside the paint.
Allen finds Hollis Jefferson. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Now, here is Smith. Defense is right there. And Lure wide open. He shoots it. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Lure's got his first basket.
And that's a good pass by Ish Smith. When he's in there, he does a great job of steering the drink for this offense.
Allen dishes to Dinwiddie. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
If you aren't going to at least step in front of him, you can't be surprised when he throws it down like that.
Picked his pocket. Now Bullock. He's got 5. Back to Smith. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Kennard kicks to Smith. Shot clock at 5. Shot from the top of the key. Rebounded by the Nets.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Over to the left wing. And the Nets, another 3.
The offense is running well, but more importantly, they're taking the shots they know they can make.
Hard to maintain your discipline, but obviously this was the game plan coming in, and they're carrying it out.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Ed Davis. That is his first foul of the game. And a new group in for the Nets. Fareed's checked in for Davis. Damari Carroll comes in for Hollis Jefferson. LeVert's checked in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Shabazz Napier. And a different look here for the Pistons. Pachulia, he's checked in for Griffin. Robinson comes in for Reggie Bullock. Langston Galloway's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Ish Smith. Now, here is Russell. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Passes to Carroll. Kicks it out to Allen. Deep 2 from Russell. Again, the Nets for 2.
And great play call. Just so often an initiator, Russell can also catch and fire.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. And Kenneth Faried, an outstanding performance with Team USA in 2014. But Greg, his minutes have gone down in recent seasons.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great rebounder. He's got all the athleticism you need, but he's not a shooter or a big-time defender. In today's game, you need your big man to do at least one of those 2.
Now here's Jackson. Outside Robinson. Here's Lure. And finished off by Lure.
and he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
I think it very well could be. That might be the game-changing play that helps push them over the top.
Now here's Fareed. 8 points for him. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Russell. Fareed trying to get open, and it's Russell missing.
You can see the frustration. They hold the lead, but he wants to be able to contribute.
Robinson kicks to Galloway.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Jackson. 23 points for him the last game against the Celtics in Boston. And Damari Carroll is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Now here is Robinson. Tight defense on him. Shot clock at 6. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Jackson.
Yeah, getting a little better on defense every day. Russell with the size and length to be more of a factor.
Carroll against Robinson. The kick out to Fareed. Outside Russell. Over Jackson. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
And something Russell did well in college, scoring off the pick and roll.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Jackson drives in over Russell. Pachulia tips it back in. Pachulia's got his first basket.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Back to Russell. No good that time. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Galloway. Last game out, he had 14. And they pick up 2. Galloway has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Not a lot of flash to his game, but Galloway can surprise you with his first step.
Russell passes to Allen. He's looking for Russell and finds him, and that one is good.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless. And for D'Angelo Russell, the former number 2 pick, it's all about developing himself as a player and a leader. Has focused more on the team and less on himself of late, and knows what is expected of him and has to earn every second of floor time.
One shot, gentlemen.
And last season, Russell had to fight for minutes upon returning from injury.
Yeah, and battles like that help mature a player and really keep them focused. Those are areas where Russell had struggled in the past. I think he and his coach both know it's not easy, but it has already started in making Russell the best player he can be.
Right wing. Inside. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
You know, he had a hot start to this game. He's only gotten hotter. We'll see if the defense makes an adjustment.
The Nets shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
Smitty, when you were playing, the league tinkered with the distance of the three-point line. Given the emphasis on perimeter offense now, should they consider moving it further out?
Kevin, please not. No way. Guys are shooting it 4,
I had to ask.
5 feet behind the line already. Now if you move it back, then they're going to move back to half court.
I know.
Keep the line the way it is right now. I like it the way it is right now, Kevin.
It's enough of a challenge, don't you think?
Yes, it is.
Galloway. Jackson looking it over. Back to Galloway. Shot clock at 5. From 17 feet out. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
A good mid-range shooter. Galloway just taking what the defense allows.
Kicks it to Fareed. The pass to LeVert. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Jackson with the bounce pass. Here's Galloway. He has 6. Outside for Jackson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Fareed against Robinson. Over Fareed. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Robinson's got his second bucket of the night.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Russell finds Allen. Carroll with it. And it's Russell in the corner. With some arc. And he sinks the layup. Russell's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Look out. He's starting to find the range in this second period.
Pass to Galloway. And it's Lure, top of the key. Allen with the rebound.
I can tell you right now, the coach loved everything about that shot except the result.
And that one's good. Russell.
Extended the lead. This has been a great period for him offensively.
Jackson kicks to Pachulia. Back to Jackson. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8. Shooting 50% so far.
This is what you get from Reggie Jackson now. Powering through contact and has the focus to complete the play.
Pass to LeVert. And it's Carroll in the corner. His three-pointer's off the mark. Pistons trail by 10. Galloway taking his time here. 1:41 left in the second quarter. Over in the corner. Lure. And the call will be against Langston Galloway. That's his first foul. So for the Nets, Hyundai Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for Allen. And Dinwiddie subbed in for LeVert. And then for Detroit, Blake Griffin comes in for Lure. And it's Kennard in for Robinson. Nets leading by 10. 1:30 left in the first half. Russell passes to Fareed. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Fareed's got 10 points in the game.
Strong move at the rim. Overpowers the smaller defender.
Jackson kicks to Pachulia. Now here's Griffin. He's guarded closely. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
They did a better job of getting it inside in that first. They've lost some of that physical edge here. And Blake Griffin said early in his career he used to rely on his athleticism to get by. He said the problem was every season he'd be worn out by February. So diversifying his offensive game has helped him to kind of withstand the rigors of a long NBA season.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Davis comes in for Kenneth Fareed. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Russell.
One shot, find the lanes.
That free throw good from Griffin. And Greg, you look at a lot of the volume dunkers over the years. Their bodies often wear down. You think of Amari Stoudemire, Antonio McDyess, even Dwight Howard.
Yeah, and I think Griffin could see the writing on the wall. He used to get over 200 dunks in a season. Now, less than half that number. But the trade-off, hopefully, will be longevity and an increased skill set. And this is obviously where you'd like to see a 2-for-1.
End of quarter, great time to squeeze out an extra possession.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
It's the Nets now, following the three by Detroit. Davis finds Hollis Jefferson. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Griffin. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Bullock. Not a lot of room. Now, here's Napier, covered by Smith. With 4 seconds on the clock, it's tipped.
And when you look at the stats, Zaza, not a great shot blocker, but gets all of that one.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Nets lead by 6. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you guys are down right now. How do you get back into the game?
Well, the thing about it is we got to have some want-to, some defensive toughness, some grit. We're not playing with that. I saw none of that in our first few minutes of the game. I've got to see some focus and some fire.
I know you'll look out for it, Case. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. Checking out Brooklyn, Kenny, what's your take?
Well, they've been pounding it in the paint. Not just taking the first three-pointer when it came across. That keeps the defense on its toes.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
Whatever their game plan was defensively coming in, that needs to change. Can't let a team shoot for a percentage in the high 50s and expect to come out on top. It's on the coaches and the players to adjust.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
And every team needs this, a guy who challenges the defense with that slashing ability.
You know what? So many teams focus on the perimeter and alley-oops. It's important to have someone who can work that in-between area.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. LeVert and Carroll are the wingmen. Kenneth Faried is out there with Davis, and it's Russell in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Carroll being so crafty inside. You could see it right there, how he shrugged off the defender.
And along with the resurgence Carroll had last season, in large part due, I think, Greg, to finally feeling healthy.
Yeah, and Carroll is quick to tell you just how hard it was for him to regain form after that knee injury. Coming back is something that each player experiences kind of in their own way. Great presence, though, on and off the floor, and really a natural leader.
And that one falls for Carroll.
Amari Carroll doesn't get to the line a terrible amount of time for a wing player, but you know what you like about him? When he gets there, he can convert them.
Now here's Jackson. He can't get that one. Nice D from Russell. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Inside, but Julia with the steal. Here's Galloway to the paint. Griffin. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. And that's 13 points for Blake Griffin.
He's in a beautiful rhythm. Right now, he's knocking down shots, and he has that scorer's mindset.
Russell against Jackson. And here's Carroll, 6 to shoot. And the shot is good. Carroll's got 5 now.
Carroll is such an unselfish player that when he saw that chance open up on that pick and roll, he just had to take it.
Jackson drives in over Russell. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. That shot by Griffin, no good.
Just 1 for 4 since the break. They are looking for better efficiency on the offensive end.
Got a piece of it. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. Again, Griffin missing.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Rebounded by Jackson. Pistons trail by 9. The floater, and the layup is up and in. He's got 12.
Able to switch gears at a moment's notice. Jackson beating his man off the dribble.
Russell kicks to Fareed. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Now Detroit moving it up. Here's Jackson. The rebound by the Nets. Russell's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside, Davis. Stolen by Robinson. Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. In the corner, it's Galloway. 5 to shoot. It's stolen. The feed now to Carroll. Here's Fareed. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Fareed's got 12 in the game. Jackson against Russell. And they double up Jackson. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's the Pistons now. Nets leading by 9. Russell passes to Fareed. Back to Russell. Here's Davis. The teardrop falls in.
Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, certainly. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. And with all the defensive switching, every team, Steve, looking for great help defenders. I'm sure you've got a list of your favorites in that category.
Yeah, guys been able to guard their guy, then come over and switch, and then help out on the driver. Draymond Green does a nice job. Rudy Gobert, and everybody will say, well, his size, but you still have to have that anticipation. I love what Clint Capella can do for the Houston Rockets. He's done a nice job for them as well. You've got to give a ton of credit to the screener. That play easily opened up the easy layup for his teammate.
Passes it to Russell. Shot clock at 6. Pulls from the top of the key. Again, the Nets for 2.
A scoring machine right now. Russell with the shoot-first mindset tonight and making it look easy.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Fareed. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Good work there as it goes. Russell's got 20.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's Jackson. Rebounded by the Nets. Fareed's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Russell. Again, the Nets for 2.
Yeah, with the size and quick shot release, Russell a tough cover from mid-range.
Galloway kicks to Griffin. But they'll get another chance. Galloway dishes to Griffin. Fires the 3. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Jackson against Russell. Releases. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Detroit Pistons. They trail by 14. Russell inside, guarded by Jackson. Fires top of the key. Again, the Nets for 2.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
From deep, Kenneth Faried grabs the board. Faried's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
Not in rhythm. He had the 2 triples in the first half, none so far in the second.
Russell finds Carroll. That shot off the mark.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Allen's checked in for Ed Davis. Lewis checked in for Detroit. Faried against Griffin. Down low, here's Callaway, and Allen with the block. And it's out of bounds, last touched by Allen. So for the Pistons, Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Robinson. Luke Kennard comes in for Langston Galloway, and it's Ish Smith in for Jackson. So it's the Pistons now. It's a 16-point game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Smith feeling it out a bit to the paint. Griffin inside, working on Allen, and stolen by Napier. And here we go, Brooklyn fast break. Softly drops in the floater. And the Nets lead by 20.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Smith kicks to Griffin. Looking to end the run. He dishes it to Lure. Griffin passes to Bullock. Lure with it. Just 4 to shoot. That's a 2 from Smith. And the shot is long.
Look, that's in his range, but he had a defender right up in his chest. Tough night for him shooting the basketball, but this team has been resilient. That's why they've held the lead.
Griffin against Allen. To the middle. Here's Bullock. Gets an open look and hits. Bullock's got 7 points in the game.
You see Griffin keeping his eyes up, looking for a hole in that defense.
Here's Dinwiddie. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And is it any wonder they're ahead in this game? His perfect night from the field has been the catalyst.
Smith kicks to Lure. Griffin against Allen. And then Griffin with the dunk.
I'm not surprised to see Blake rise up above the defenders and dunk that one.
Napier finds Allen. Here's Hollis Jefferson, defended by Griffin. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you have to love the way Hollis Jefferson plays on the defensive end. So active with his length and can disrupt an offense single-handedly. The team is visibly better on defense with Hollis Jefferson on the floor.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
The first free throw is good. And with Hollis Jefferson in his defense, he's not only strong, but he's versatile with whom he can guard.
Yeah, I mean, RHJ has great length, and at 6'7", he can guard almost every position on the floor. Strong on the glass, even though he's often undersized in his matchup. RHJ is anything but an average player. I really love how effective he's become on both ends.
When it comes to flagrant fouls, do you think the difference, Steve, between flagrant 1 and flagrant 2 is being called correctly for the most part?
I do, Kevin. I think we always have gray areas, and when you start to look at rules, but for the most part, I think they're getting the flagrant 1 and the flagrant 2. I think they're getting it right.
Griffin's shot is good.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Nets leading by 18. Here's Dinwiddie. 16 points for him. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And that's a tough one. But on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Some guys, they just know how to get away with it, and some don't.
Now, here is Smith. He kicks to Griffin. There's the pass to Kennard. And there's the foul. It'll go on Shabazz Napier. That's foul number 2 for him. Allen against Griffin. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket, shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Here's Dinwiddie. And John Lure gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
Here's Napier.
The wheels have completely come off for him here in the second half.
Down low, here's Smith. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got 3 assists in the game. To the inside, Hollis Jefferson draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
You look at that lead pass there. He just has such a great feel for the game.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And how about last season? Made about 79% of his attempts, so those are really quality numbers.
One shot.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
There's 1:26 left to play here in the 3rd. Smith kicks to Bullock. Stolen by Fareed. In transition, here come the Nets. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, well, I mean, once he gets the ball, it's just off to the races.
And you have to like the punctuation at the end of it. Great individual play.
Now, here is Smith. He's got 5. Pass to Griffin. And it's Kenneth Fareed with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That's his 4th foul of the evening. He needs to be careful now. Pick and choose where to be aggressive.
There's 45 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. They double-team Griffin. Stolen by Fareed.
A lot of points off their turnovers this quarter. Way too many.
And that one drops for him.
Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
Pistons trail by 21. Smith outside. Lure up top. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
Good. Nice play there from Napier.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
That's what's extending this league. The right plays, right time, and good finishing.
Left side, Griffin. They need this and the miss. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. Right back after this break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
So many good point guards in this league. So much responsibility comes with that position. That was a smart play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Smith and Kennard are in the backcourt. Griffin is out there with Reggie Bullock. And it's Pachulia in at the center position. Now here's Bullock. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Smitty, every so often we'll hear about a team holding a players-only meeting. You've been there, I'm sure. You've gone through that. What exactly goes on in those discussions?
You know, Kevin, when you hear players-only meetings, something's going wrong with the team. Right. And obviously, we meet all the time, but when there's specific, in quotation, a players-only meeting, there's a lot of things that are going wrong with the team, with individuals, with the coaches or general managers. They are trying to find a way to hash it out, and those are never good.
Here's Dinwiddie. Kicks it to Allen. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Dinwiddie. In the corner, Napier with it. Clock at 6. High post, Davis. Shoots over Griffin.
That's his first person.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Carroll's checked in.
Damari Carroll.
Pistons trail by 20. Now here is Smith. Ring shot on the way. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Napier. The three-pointer, no good.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Smith kicks to Griffin. When we look, Steve, at big stats like double-doubles, triple-doubles, are we becoming too enamored with that versus how it might affect winning?
No, I think we're always going to have those double-doubles and triple-doubles. I just think right now when you look at it, so many more possessions in games. That's why we're having guys average a triple-double or having more double-doubles. But he also gives those guys credit. The game and those players, they're just better right now, and they're more equipped to be versatile. But I do think we still got to keep the emphasis on winning when a guy can get a triple-double in wins versus in losses or double-doubles or any kind of stats. I think that should be a category of his own.
Russell, he's checked in for the Nets. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Robinson's checked in. Nets leading by 20. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Carroll passes to Hollis Jefferson. Great look, but off the mark.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
Now here is Smith. Bullock. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 3 assists tonight.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Here is Russell. From the arc, buries the long-range jumper. Russell's got 29 in the game.
And that's from beyond, guys, right back at you.
This is looking more like an all-star game right now. Everyone launching from range.
Now, here is Smith. To the middle. Griffin down low. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Nets leading by 20. To the paint. Hollis Jefferson can't hit. Smith outside. Here's Bullock. Pachulia trying to break loose. And another three for Detroit.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Russell finds Davis. Back to Russell. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Russell's got 15 points here in the second half. Pass to Griffin. From the baseline. That shot, no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Russell against Smith. Right side, Russell. There's the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Carroll against Griffin. And he comes up with the deuce.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. Inside. Here's Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
I saw that one in Griffin's eyes. He was ready to throw that one down.
Brooklyn leading by 19. Here's Dinwiddie. Outside Russell. Over Smith. And it's Russell missing. Smith against Russell. Inside. It's stolen by Davis. Dinwiddie kicks to Russell. To the middle. Here's Carroll. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. And the Nets lead by 21.
And you know what? He's shaken off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Pachulia against Davis. Pachulia the pass to Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
The defense has to be terrified when Blake Griffin makes his mind up to drive it hard.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. To the inside. Hollis Jefferson, good.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Pistons trailed by 21. Smith kicks to Robinson. Pass to Pachulia. Outside Griffin. And finished off by Griffin.
Can you believe that move? That is power. That is grace. That is awesome.
Pass to Carroll. Poke loose. Griffin with the steal. And it's Bullock in the corner. And the three off target.
You won't see him miss many of these. A wide open look from distance.
Here's Dinwiddie. He's guarded by Bullock. There's Russell with the three. And the Nets, another three.
He's in control when it matters, giving them a tremendous advantage right here.
The Pistons have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Smith finds Pachulia. Pistons passing it around. Smith outside. Just 5 on the clock. Detroit needs to get off a shot here. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Nets. Now Carroll. Well, the NBA has had 3 referee crews for quite a while. Steve, do you think adding a 4th ref would help in any way?
No, I think it'll get a little bit crowded on the floor. I would love to see, I know they won't go back, I love the 2 referee situation I look at it right now. Referee A calls a call. Referee B calls a call. It just feels like referee C has to make the next call or get up far as even with the other referees. I would love to see them go back to a 2-referee situation.
Now Carroll following the three-point attempt by Blake Griffin. From deep three-point range. Rebound, Detroit. Griffin's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Coming out of halftime, he wanted to start strong, yet the opposite happened.
Russell kicks to Carroll. Back to Russell. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Russell's got 10 points now just in this quarter. Detroit's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Jackson passes to Robinson. And here's Pachulia. Carroll covering. Puts it up from 15. And Davis pulls it down. The Nets have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. And it's LeVert missing. And, well, Detroit shooting it well here in the fourth quarter at 50%. Robinson kicks to Jackson. Back to Robinson. Passes it to Pachulia. They need this one. Outside Robinson. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. And that's now 7 points for Robinson.
There's just a handful of big men in this league that you're comfortable running the offense through. Griffin, he's one of those guys.
They get it back. Russell with the bucket.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Here's Galloway. Now a timeout called by Detroit. When you look around the NBA, are there any small issues you think could grow into bigger issues, Steve, going forward?
Well, I think the one issue right now is what are teams doing at the end of the year versus trying to stay competitive and win games or trying to look possibly down in the NBA draft lottery.
Right.
I think that's one of those problems that we have to address. I think also small markets, I don't think that's much of a problem if you have organizations in the forefront. Winning is in the forefront. I don't think whether it's small market or big market, guys do look at that as far as endorsements, but I don't think that'll be a problem.
And DeMarre Carroll is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul.
Outside Robinson, the three.
Still no rhythm. This may be a time when you want to make the extra pass. Give someone else a chance.
Here's LeVert. Here's Russell. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Russell's got 40 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Robinson finds Jackson. Up top, Pachulia. He's guarded by Davis. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
I love the way of Griffin. Eye on the prize, going after the rim is either you're going to dunk it or you're going to foul him.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
What's up, gentlemen?
And Griffin, no good on that one. Player podcast, something we're hearing more of, and it's a growing trend. Good idea, or do you think it could get some guys in trouble?
Kevin, well, some guys, it does a good job of helping their brand, and we love to see guys getting a chance to do other things off the court. And then there are some guys who get a little loose, and they reveal some secrets, or they say some things they wish they could take back. So I think it all comes down to the individual. You gotta understand media before you try to jump out and start doing these podcasts.
Well said. Galloway with the bucket.
Langston Galloway maneuvering himself around the painted area.
Now here's Napier. He's guarded closely. To the left wing. Shot clock at 5. And it falls over the rim and in.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Nets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for D'Angelo Russell.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Jackson kicks to Ellenson. Off target with his 3. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Here's LeVert. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Now the pass to Napier. Now Fareed, guarded by Jackson. Now Napier. Lets it go with a 3. It's not going to go for him. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you very much with Kenneth Fareed. What was the key tonight?
Just keep attacking, keep playing strong, and my teammates that believe in me, just re-lock in and get focused and play my game.
Great team win tonight, Kenneth. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.